Welcome to the Pork and Knuckles Show, where we take a bite out of the movies, literally. This month we're taking a bite out of Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
So, we have our fact battle, top 10 interesting facts about Jurassic Park, 5 each. Porky, you go first.
I go first, great. So my first fact is that in the first movie at minute 52, you see the Triceratops dung. And maybe you wonder, what is that actually? And you can see it didn't smell bad at all, because it was made of clay, mud and straw, but then was drizzled in honey and papayas so the flies would swarm near it. Oh. And in the third movie, when they made the Spinosaurus droppings, they did use 250 gallons of oatmeal to make this.
My fact is short and simple. Jurassic Park was filmed in Hawaii. Your fact. That was it.
That was it.
That was it. It was filmed in Hawaii.
Okay, yeah, that is mildly interesting, but nothing compared to what I found out, because if you take the Spinosaurus from the third movie, it was the largest animatronic ever built at the time that the film was released. It was 25 feet high, it was around 40 feet long, weighing 24,000 pounds, and operated by hydraulics. And actor William H. Macy said that it had an over 1,000 horsepower motor, and that the creature could turn its head at twice the force of gravity, with the tip of the nose moving at a speed of more than 100 miles an hour. I would have loved to see him measure that.
Interesting. So, I'm going to build on that fact, and my fact.
Really?
So, and I remember this because I saw it in, I think 1996, when I was in Universal Studios. There was a King Kong experience ride. So you literally went around the buggy, had a bridge, and a massive King Kong giant came out. And that inspired Spielberg to make the robotic dinosaur.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it is. It's King Kong inspired Jurassic Park. It's cool.
Yeah, King Kong inspired so many things. But, by the way, speaking of the inspiration of Jurassic Park, we have to go back to the author of the novel, Michael Crichton. He's written awesome things, but did you know that Michael Crichton has absolutely no idea of dinosaurs, like, at all? I mean, I don't know if he knows certain things, but he definitely does not know what Jurassic means. Because on the front cover of his original book, Jurassic Park, there was a dinosaur from the Cretaceous area.
I see. And
he was asked why that wrong dinosaur was there, and he responded by saying, it was the best looking design. It's not only best looking, but it's also wrong.
Not interesting. So, sticking to T-Rex. T-Rex occasionally malfunctioned because of the rain. Because of the rain. And I think the set was hit by a hurricane as well.
Yes.
So, they had to keep maintaining, what's the word? Repairing T-Rex consistently, because all the rainwater kept getting in there, and it was massive.
My next one is that you have to see, Steven Spielberg was in very early stages of pre-producing another Michael Crichton-based movie called ER. But then he heard about Jurassic Park, he dumped everything that he worked on ER, which then later turned into the TV series Emergency Room ER. And while he was doing the post-production of the film Jurassic Park, he was actually in Poland shooting Schindler's List.
Yes, he was.
And he later called this one of the hardest times of his life as a filmmaker, because it took such an emotional toll on him. And he said that he needed an hour per day to even muster up the energy to comment on digital dinosaurs and answer trivial questions from the special effects crew while he was filming one of the most historically important films of the decade.
For sure. That was he really wanted to do it. Speaking of crews, all crew members were given a signed Raptor by Spielberg at the end of the movie. I thought that was so cool.
And most of them have it in their house. Like Jeff
really?
Goldblum, I think, has it on his fireplace.
Oh, cool.
And one of the actresses, I didn't take that down. Had it in her little son's room, but then when he started walking, he became so scared that she had to put it away. But do you know? My first fact. Yeah. Number one is, you know that it rained and the T-Rex malfunctioned.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my number one fact.
Excellent.
But I have a bit more on this because producer Kathleen Kennedy says that the T-Rex, because of the rain and because of these malfunctions, he had the heebie-jeebies sometimes, which scared the crap out of the entire production because you see, they were eating lunch and all of a sudden the T-Rex would start moving and coming alive. And at first they didn't even know what happened. And then they saw it was because of the rain, but people were genuinely scared.
Well,
because,
you would be. It's a dinosaur coming to life. You know?
Imagine eating, biting into a sandwich, and behind you the T-Rex would go... Bleh. Because that's how dinosaurs sound.
I'm going to end this with one final fact. No more. No more. The name of the random citizen who got eaten in credits is Unlucky Bastard. That's the character name.
Okay, I love that.
And then his actual name is David Coeb, but Unlucky Bastard. There you go. So these are our facts. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and see you next week.
Exactly, next Saturday.
Take care.
Be there.
Hello and welcome to the Pork and Knuckles Show, where we take a bite out of the movies, literally. So in this week's segment, we're covering Jurassic Park, and what better way than to have a beef patty, bread, crouton, food. That's it. So what we're going to do with the beef patties is, we've got 660 grams of minced beef, one medium-sized onion, then we will marinate it with smoked paprika, salt, pepper, oregano, thyme and rosemary. To bind it all together, we'll use an egg, and lastly we'll put some lemon in there. We'll marinate this, leave it for half an hour, make patties and cook. But we're going to show you a little secret. To make sure that the patty is fried consistently and not dry, we're going to put an ice cube inside each patty. For croutons, we got some bread, sliced it up, 20 grams of olive oil in there, mix it up, put it in an oven tray, and just put it in the preheated oven. Again, 20-30 minutes, make sure they don't burn. Alright, the croutons are done. Porky, make some patties.
Yes, how do you want the patties?
I want the patties not too thick, so they'll work out at 110 grams meat per patty. And because we're using ice cubes, I don't want the patty to be thicker than the ice cube. And make the patty first, so just smaller than your palm, no thicker than a finger, and then we'll put the ice cube inside. So the patties are done. Quick 6-minute shallow fry, and I've just placed them on the chopping board. Porky's going to dice them up similar size to the croutons. Put it in the crouton bowl, mix them up and eat them. We're going to mix this up, serve it and eat it. Porky, show the camera.
Yes. So let's try.
Let's try.
Awesome and crunchy.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Try this and let us know. Take care.
Hello and welcome to the Pork and Knuckles Show, where we take a bite out of the movies. Literally. And what else can I say before today's episode than hold on to your butts, because we are going to sink our T-Rex teeth in nothing other than Jurassic freaking Park. Did you know that Jurassic Park shares its middle name with Harry Potter and Indiana Jones?
Yeah, that's very interesting.
That joke needs to stop.
That joke needs to stop. Immediately. Please comment below to let him know that you need to stop this. I've been telling him, he's not listening.
Do you know where this comes from, what I just said, the hold on to your butts line? That is actually a quote from Jurassic Park, uttered by none other than the most incredible human being who ever graced the screen, Samuel L. Jackson.
You want quotes?
Yes, give me
I'll
quotes.
give you a quote.
Give me one.
We are out of a job. Don't you mean extinct?
That's good.
And it was in the movie, and the extinct part came from, I think it was the CGI robot designers, one of the techies, and when they finished the project, he said, Spielberg, I think, was talking, yeah, you're out of a job, and he's like, don't you mean extinct? And then it was so good. It was so good. He put it in the movie, and it just like, yeah, it was superb. Like, yeah, so that's a quote.
And speaking of other quotes, I heard that Michael Crichton said John Hammond was intended to be a dark Walt Disney. But looking back at the history, I think Walt Disney was the dark Walt Disney. But come on, not even a giggle.
Please continue.
Okay. No, that was it. No, but going back to the book, actually, do you remember this Mr. DNA sequence, this stupid little cartoon that was put in the movie?
Yes, so mosquito DNA and frog DNA made
dinosaurs.
But female dinosaurs. So this is a very postmodern movie. You've got a vegetarian, all female dinosaurs, electric cars, so maybe that's where Tesla started. We don't know. We'll ask Elon Musk. Yes. So you were watching Jurassic Park and, oh, electric cars, cool.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Let's make this.
Let's make this, sweet. And
but did you know that tech companies, they really, because all the people working in tech companies, of course, are enormous geeks, so
that is
certain gadgets that we have right now at the moment were really crafted after ideas from
movies,
series
possibly.
Like Star Trek or something.
Possibly. It could well be. I mean, first, I found Jurassic Park I liked the setting.
Yeah.
The explanation, the lake scene where all of the dinos came in, superb. That was such a great scene, very mesmerizing. And then the biggest surprise, I did not know Samuel L. Jackson was in the movie. When I first saw it on the screen, I was watching with my wife. I'm like, that's Samuel L. Jackson. She's like, no. I said, no, that's Samuel. That is him. And then that was him. I was just like, what is he doing in the movie?
Being awesome.
Being awesome, of course.
The same thing that he does in everything that he's in. But what I wanted to say with the Mr. DNA cartoon is that this was actually the idea of condensing most of Michael Crichton's page-long exposition into just a very short scene. To have all these backgrounds in there. And what I like, because you talked about the dinosaurs, I love Jurassic Park for its approach on visual and special effects. Because did you know that the film has only 15 minutes of dinosaur footage in the entire film?
Really?
And 9 minutes of this are Stan Winston, and you have to say Stan Winston is a wizard of awesome practical effects. So we have his animatronics, and then 6 minutes of CGI by Industrial Light and Magic.
Cool.
That's 9 minutes of real stuff and 6 minutes of CGI. And this, I think, is where this movie succeeds the most, because it, like the old Indiana Jones films, it gives you the feeling that you are really there.
You're
by mostly having CGI shots from as far away as possible, where the dinos are really well integrated into the background, but every close-up is a practical effect. Every clear shot is really there, and this leads me over to why the sequels failed so hard.
But I actually liked Lost World more than the first one.
Really?
Yes, I liked it more.
No.
Actually. Yeah, no, really, I did. I thought the first one was okay. I found it funny that the lawyer got eaten by the dinosaur. I was like, yes.
Yes, of course. On the toilet. Of course.
It's gotta happen.
Of course.
But they had to put in a snake, because that's what was missing from the whole movie. A snake, a random snake. I'm just like, why is there a snake in a dinosaur movie? But there's a snake.
That was to keep Indiana Jones from the set.
I see, okay.
Stealing the middle name. No, but the thing is, I didn't like the second one that much, because it is such a stupid premise to continue this saga. It's, for me, it's almost the stupidest way to continue the story. And also, I didn't like this scene where they went to go look for Sarah, and it was Jeff Goldblum, Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. That reminded me of this one scene in the PS4 game Heavy Rain that was also heavily spoofed for just the character walking around shouting a name.
Okay. It was, what can I say? What can I say? What can I say? I can say something. There are some classic scenes in that movie.
There are!
The T-Rex in the tent looking around, that is such a superb scene. Wow, what a great scene. I really, really like that scene. Yes, it was cool.
Okay, no, I found, especially the special effects on the second one, they went so far to include more CGI, and therefore the effects look less good and more fake than in the first movie, and it could put me out of the immersion, kinda, and it was boring.
Scenes were good. I think the storyline was quite rubbish.
Yeah, certain scenes were really good and iconic, but the movie as a whole was a drag.
Little bit. At the start, it didn't start as quickly. Yeah. I just thought, come on, come on, come on, we're waiting, and yeah. Oh, was that Jeff Bezos in the movie, the bold guy? I don't know. Is it Jeff? I don't know, but you tell me. I have no idea.
Why did the dinosaur eat him?
Did the dinosaur eat him?
No.
No, it is. Jeff Bezos, he's still here.
But the thing is, for me, The Lost World is by far the worst Jurassic Park movie.
No, the worst one is the third one.
The third one. Until the third one came along.
That was literally chickens on drugs. I'm not joking. It was terrible. It was such a bad movie. Some random survival kid and... What? They just exaggerated it, and it was not good at all.
Yeah, no, it is the stupidest idea not a good movie. Ever.
They should have stopped that too, to be honest.
There is no way ever I'm getting back on that island! And then you hear that in the 3rd minute of a movie where you know, okay, if he doesn't go back to that island, we would not be having a movie. So shut up and get going.
Yeah,
and
it was...
For Jurassic Park 3, I think there is one scene that was good. Actually, not even a scene, but a scene transition.
Okay.
That also perfectly sums up my opinion on the movie. Imagine this stupid opening sequence of the little girl who is not scared by drugged up chickens on legs. No, not at all. And then she gets eaten. Actually, Steven Spielberg killed a kid. I mean, off screen, but he did. So then the mother rushes in, and you see the mother screaming at the top of her lungs, and then the movie cuts that to Jeff Goldblum yawning. So like, ah! And then cut, and he's like, ugh. And I laughed so hard at that scene because that was exactly what I was feeling. Such a waste of an opening scene, such a waste of trying to force people's interest. It
wasn't a waste of opening scene, it was a waste of movie. I'm sorry, that movie was terrible. They went over the top. Yes, you go over the top with movies, and you make it better. But this one, they just wanted to produce another Jurassic Park. just so they could make more money. And it's just like, yeah, not cool.
Personally, I really like William H. Macy as an actor, and also Vince Vaughn is kind of cool in this film, but did you know that the film has so many action sequences that are just borrowed from the first two Jurassic Park movies? They were in their original script. Some of these scenes were even storyboarded because they were cut from the first two movies out of budgetary reasons, but they kept the storyboards, they kept the ideas, and put scenes like in the Pterodon and the riverboat sequences then into the third film.
Spinosaurus Egypticus. That was one of the names that made me chuckle. I was just like, why?
Yeah, why is it an Egyptian dinosaur?
I was just like, well, what's the connection here? And on that note, I think we've had enough of Jurassic Park.
We've had enough of this, yes. Because movies have already told us that the pyramids were built by aliens, so now they are suggesting it's alien dinosaurs with crystal skulls in a universe devised by Steven Spielberg. That is enough stupid to handle for one day.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know if it's Elon Musk who was inspired.
Elon Musk, let us know whether you were inspired.
Oh, Jeff Bezos, this is to you.
Yeah.
Were you in the movie? Were you in the movie?
Were you eaten, and if not, why?
Why?
And most importantly, please check back on our channel next Saturday for a brand new, brilliant episode of Drivel. We'll see you.
Take care.
Hello and welcome to the Pork and Knuckles Show, where we take a bite out of the movies. Literally. And speaking of taking bites out of something, there is nothing greater than all these Jurassic Park knockoffs. And I know, for this episode we had to limit ourselves to just a couple of movies because there is a ton of films. And when we start talking about knockoff films, I think we cannot go further than without mentioning one of B-movies' all-time greatest guys, Roger freaking Corman. Again, same middle... scrap that. Raptor, or the Carnosaurus franchise, was actually conceived by Roger Corman in order to cash in on the success of Jurassic Park, so much so that actually it was released before. Carnosaurus is based on a novel by John Brosnan, but he managed to actually beat Jurassic Park to the US theatrical release by 4 weeks.
Wow.
So after Spielberg announced the film, Corman saw dollar signs, produced Carnosaurus, and shipped it to cinemas before Jurassic Park was even released. And then, in the end, it turned out that Jurassic Park was really that Jurassic Park, of course, was successful. Even Carnosaurus, that had special effects by John Carl Buechler, who made special effects for Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, for Full Moon. He even worked in the animatronics department for Indiana Jones 3. And then Roger Corman and legendary director Jim Wynorski found out that you can make very cheap sequels to your very own movie if you just recycle footage from the old movie. So both Carnosaurus 2 and 3 then went on to lift scenes from their predecessors, sometimes even putting actors in scenes that they were not already in, having stand-ins for actors that are different actors, which does never belong. And if you see on our table, we basically have the Raptor DVD taking a bite out of the Carnosaurus 3 DVD, like literally, because even Raptor is basically a best-of special effects footage of the Carnosaurus franchise. And Raptor is...
What is the point of that movie?
You were supposed to say awesome!
So bad. Unbelievably bad. It's just like, right, so they're trying to breed intelligent dinosaurs. Same thing as Jurassic Park, raptors are intelligent. Then there's a 8-minute sex scene, and you're just like, First, I thought he stitched me up by saying, go watch it. And then I'm just like, is this the whole movie? That's it?
Did you make me watch porn?
This is the whole movie? I just, terrible. And then you look at T-Rex and a forklift tractor thingy. And how can a raptor and a forklift fight each other? It's just...
But isn't this one of the greatest scenes? Wasn't the finale of Alien 2 a fight of an android versus a forklift or something? Wasn't the alien, the xenomorph, defeated by a forklift? Please cue the forklift song from Mystery Science Theater. They tried to kill me with the forklift. But...
Never do that again on camera.
Okay, good. No, but the thing is, I saw Raptor for the first time when I think I was 12 years old or something.
Why?
And because I like these movies. I genuinely like these movies. And I sat there and 12-year-old me saw these plastic balloons move up and down the screen, and I was sitting there thinking, okay, this could be over now. This could be over now.
This is the whole movie?
Now this could be over, and I think I sat there for nearly 3 minutes, every second anticipating that this scene, this horribly shot, horribly made sex scene where the guy didn't even take his pants off for whatever the hell dry humping that was, and then, after 3 minutes, I realized, I think this is not going away. So I started fast forwarding, and it was literally 8 minutes of the film, but only if you are lucky enough to be living in Europe.
Yeah, let's fast forward this movie.
The entire scene was cut from the entire scene was cut from the American release of the film. Basically, the US release I think is 10 minutes shorter. Well, that's very
fast
easy.
Forward.
But yeah, let's move on to another one. Let's move on. To
Island of Beasts.
Yes, another film by Jim Wynorski, by the way.
Well, is it Island of Beasts or is it Komodo Dragon Snake? I think that was the proper name, and then they changed it.
Island of Beasts is the German DVD title of I think it's called Komodo versus Cobra in America.
That's it, and it's like the worst CGI. That CGI is horrendous. Just like the whole movie's based around horrific graphics, terrible CGI. You just like, why are you watching it? There was a point to the movie, it had a better storyline than Raptor, but this movie's CGI ruined it. I think if they had toy dinosaurs, it would have been much better. Toy snakes, and just literally sitting there and fighting each other would have been much better than what they did there. That was probably an intern. No, an intern can do good jobs. This was not good. I don't know. Blind Man did it? I have no idea who did it. Don't do it again. Please do not do this again.
In the back of this shelf, there is an entire shelf just with movies that showcase they did it again. Oops, they did it again.
No, they can't do that.
I have to add, yes, the special effects in Island of Beasts are terrible, and I love them to death for how terrible they are. I love how disjointed the entire image gets when these CGI dinosaurs are literally just pasted PNGs in this scene. Nothing reacts to them properly. The actors have no idea what they're fighting against. And I love the fact that each and every handgun in this movie had unlimited ammo.
Unlimited ammo, and all hell broke loose. And the ending was so good. Everyone went mental. Bombs, helicopters,
yes,
the two beasts fighting each other, and you're just like people getting eaten up. It was complete chaos. It was so good. The ending.
Yeah, the only thing that
the ending was the best bit. That really was good.
That I hold back to this film is the fact that the middle part stretches because, of course, they had to stretch out the story to feature length, and they did not have the budget to make these awesome dinosaurs carry the entire film.
I think that's why they added the leeches or something.
Yeah, they had
random 10-minute
banter and drivel. Oh my back! But the leeches looked awesome.
They looked so
I've seen better special effects from the 1950s than this, but still, the ammo. I think when I first reviewed this film, and it was released in 2006, I counted, and I think one handgun once fired off 65 rounds before being empty and having to be reloaded. This is garbage, and thank you, Jim Wynorski, for delivering this garbage to us.
Ending was superb. All hell broke loose. Right,
and now,
the last one.
For the last one, we're back at the house of Jim Wynorski, but he teamed up with actually a friend of his, with Fred Olen Ray, who by himself also did some amazing trash film work. And I love, for one fact, is...
This cover is weird.
This cover is amazing. Fred Olen Ray is also a good friend of David Carradine. John Carradine's son, actually. And did you know that the ranch of the cave woman was actually constructed on a remote portion of David Carradine's personal ranch? So this film was partly shot on David Carradine's private property, and also, speaking of Carnosaurus, uses the same T-Rex than in Carnosaurus. It's just rehashing...
So there'll be another dinosaur coming out very soon, for sure.
Yes,
there has to be.
Of course, these movies were all shot back to back, and I also love that the giant statue is just about a foot tall, styrofoam, spray canned, and shot in forced perspective to
unbelievable.
Big. This movie is actually more of an erotic comedy than a dinosaur film. I think this one even has worse special effects than this. The dinosaurs in this looked worse than this. I love the fact when they fought the dinosaur on the beach, and there was the dinosaur in broad daylight without having a shadow or anything.
Yes.
And I would like to close today's episode with a quote from Dinosaur Island. One of my favorite quotes of all time. You have to imagine these guys, these military guys, they find this Amazon women's tribe, and the woman says, "Surrender! You speak English. Surrender or die! You speak English very well." And I love that quote. I really love that quote.
We're going to surrender now. We're surrendering.
We are surrendering.
Thank you for watching,
had
guys.
enough
Thank you for
Jurassic
watching.
Park knockoff. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Tell us in the comments which of these amazing movies is your personal favorite.
Which one has the worst CGI?
Tell Bill other amazing Jurassic Park rip-offs or Jim Wynorski features to watch. I will send you some. And please don't forget to join us back on this here channel in exactly 1 week. See you guys.
Take care.